Now, you might think that undoing some of mankind's damage to the rainforest would have to involve working somewhere like the Amazon. But there's a rainforest much closer to home in the Highlands of Scotland. This Celtic rainforest is lush and humid, but has been compromised by the planting of non-native trees, which are choking out the original Caledonian pines. But in a remote area of the West Highlands on the shores of Loch Arkaig, it's a situation the Woodland Trust have begun improving with the help of one man and his horse.
The commute to work is a little more unusual for Simon and his horse Tarzan. This is the reality of working in some of the most remote parts of Scotland. Their task is to remove non-native tree species from this highland forest. Its location on the edge of a loch has meant the only way to clear the timber is by traditional horse logging.
And we put it around the log, and then that's ready for me coming in with Tarzan to hitch up.
Guided by Simon, Tarzan is able to navigate this steep and uneven hillside.
Compared to modern machinery, which is much faster, our work is less damaging, basically, to the ground. So I think you sort of
see the environmental benefits.
You can see the environmental benefits for sure.
These are dense areas of ancient Caledonian pinewood that, due to the timber demand in the 60s, have been overcrowded with other tree species.
So this gnarly old dead pine tree is one of the trees that would originally have made up this forest, but unfortunately it's simply not been able to cope under the dense shade from these North American spruce trees that have grown up vigorously up over the top of it and shaded it out. There's a lovely little remnant here, Scotland's rainforest, hiding among these spruce trees. What really excites me is what's survived on here. As soon as we move these spruce, it means it will be able to regenerate back, and that the kind of rainforest will spring back to life.
This is just one of the 80 fragments of Caledonian pinewood left in Scotland, and there are even fewer rainforests. But by taking away the competition of the non-native species, the rainforest should be able to reclaim this site.
And there are already signs that the project is working.
An area beyond that was cleared by Tarzan. Okay. And this morning I went up and looked, and there's tiny little seedlings coming up. And that was only last year.
70,000 tonnes of timber is being removed over 5 years. Thanks to Tarzan, it's able to be completed in a way that reduces the impact to the rest of this ancient land. Louise Scott, News at 10, Loch Arkaig.
Amazing stuff.